Hey friends, welcome to another Halloween craft with me. Today we are going to be creating some Halloween tags. I just grabbed my scrap paper and made a couple of tag bases. So I used this one. This one had some swirls and bricks and bats and different things. And this one has like this fencing and some spiders. So I thought it would be fun to use these. But you can use whatever you would like. And I have a little stash of some Tim Holtz things here that I have had for the past, I believe, 3 Halloweens. And I really wanted to use up some of those items. I've also had this sticker book, I believe, since last year. So I grabbed those things, and then we're going to start building a tag. So here's one that I've already created. I added some trim in the background, this black glittered star with some of the creepy cloth. Then just layered on a few of the ephemera pieces in the background. Stapled this one together, 31. Added one of the little bugs, a button, some jimmies, and one of these guys, which I just picked up, I believe, last year. And these are the Halloween paper dolls. So I just grabbed out a couple of the smaller ones for my tags, added a little flower, and I really love how this turned out. I tried not to think too much of it. I just tried to like grab a few things out and start layering. And I do have my tiny attacher. I've got foam folder, scissors, cannot think of the name. Pokey tool. Cannot think of the name of it. I've got some trim, some creepy cloth. I even pulled in some washi. I've got my adhesive and a spare foam dot on there. And of course, I've got my glue gun on. So let's just start creating. Now these tags are not thick tags. They're just paper, and like this one has a fun pattern on the back, but I'm going to be gluing it to something, so I'm okay with it having that kind of cutesy pattern on the back. So what I'm going to do first is pull out my little doll here, and then kind of look through here what I might have to go with this. Oh, this is a little prescription. I'm going to grab another one of those black stars and just sort of play around with laying items on there. I really like this drugstore one. Let's see, this is 13. So maybe we'll start with that. Got a couple labels in here. Let's pull out the maybe toxic and poison. And let's start maybe from there. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down this piece of trim that I have. And I'm just going to add some adhesive across the page here because everything would be covered up. And I'm going to kind of add it diagonal like I did on the other one. And then I went ahead and trimmed it. I didn't want it hanging off. I kind of wanted it flush with my tag. And then, let's see, we have another little piece. I'm going to add this piece there. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit more adhesive there. There we go. So we have some of this. And this is something that I picked up at Ross last year. It's this really fun, like almost like a netting. And I've never even unrolled it. I just pull it out like this, so it keeps in there a little bit neater than if I was to take the plastic off. Next, I'm going to grab some foam, and I'm going to pop up the star. And let's see. Need a little bit there. And maybe a little, well, this is good. We're going to use that. And then I'm going to add my creepy cloth behind my star. I'm going to kind of follow the same general idea of the other tag and for this one. And I think I want the black again. And I'm just kind of pulling this apart. And then I'm going to lay that on my little foam squares and then kind of pull some threads out here or there. They don't have to be everywhere. And then I'm going to add my glue over top of the foam. And we're going to add this guy here. And, oh, I did want to add this. I should have added that down first. Let's see. See if I can get that. Okay, I can get this tucked in really quick, so I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive and tuck that under before the glue sets. Let's add a little extra since I peeled it up. Alright, so then that just tuck that down in there. Let's see. Alright, got that adhered. And then our little guys are gonna go maybe on this side. I kind of like them right in the middle there. Then we have this prescription we could tuck here. I think these are a little taller than these guys, so maybe I will put them over here. So we're gonna need some, a foam, some foam on this side. So we need a little bit here, and I think we're gonna need a little bit on him. Okay, yeah, that will work. So let's add our kids down here, a little paper doll. And then, let's see, I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue in those areas and then stick a little bit down on the star. Kind of feel like he needs just a little bit behind his head. Let me get a really small piece. Let's see if I can tuck that under, kind of supporting his head a little bit. All right, and I'm going to utilize my pokey tool to get in there and help me peel that backing off. There we go. All right, so we have that. And we could add this here, or we could add one of the labels and like toxic, we could, or poison. I think I like the 13 here. And I'm going to add a couple of staples in here just for a little texture. And then we are going to need a little bit of foam tape on that corner. See a little bit of foam tape here. And it looks like we need a little bit on this end as well. Let's tuck that under. All right. So I think I'm not going to put the prescription in there. Kind of like the toxic across the 13 like that. Let's add that down. I'm just going to make that flat across there. I'm going to kind of add that at an angle. And then I feel like we need some things up here. So let's move some of this stuff out of the way. I don't think I have any more of the like bugs in here. I think I've used all those. That looks like it. So we still need like some sort of phrase or sentiment. Let's look in this book here. What would go good with our little pharmacists here? I love that these all say something different. You could pair these together and make like a sentence, or just find something that would work with what you're doing. I kind of want something maybe short. Here we have this pharmaceutical chemist, but that's a little bit too big. Let's see, what else do we have? This wonderful secret. Warning inscription, that's kind of funny. We have the apothecary there, that could work as well. We have spirit merchants. Oh, look at this, a wicked thing. Kind of like that. Let's use that. I'm going to add a little extra adhesive on the back of this. I'm going to put it upside down. I think I'm going to put it on the glitter like I did the other one. And I think I'm going to use this Oddities, but I'm going to trim it down. Trim some of this black away off the side. And again, I'm going to add a little extra adhesive. These are not feeling as sticky, so I want to add a little something extra. And then, whoops, I'm going to add that here. All right, now let's see. Should we add a button on this one as well? We could do an orange one or a red one. So we have the red here. Don't like the red with the orange. Let's see if I have a small black one in here. Here we go. Let's add that one. I'm going to grab my little tool to assist me in picking up the button so I don't burn myself, and kind of feel I want the button maybe down here. So I'm going to go with where my creativity says to put the button. Alright, and then let's grab a couple of gems. Maybe fill in a little bit of this area up here. Let's maybe do a little cluster of them here. All right, I think these turned out awesome. And again, I'm really enjoying using items in my stash that I haven't used for a while. And let's do, I've got this I could use. I got a little piece, let's see. I've got this black and white that I could use. I kind of like the black and white. So let's get a little bit of this. And instead of putting it through the hole, I'm kind of feeling like I want to possibly use the stapler. Well, that would cover up our little thing there though. So I think I'm going to add this in. Like so. And then I like to add a tiny bit of adhesive just to help me hold those together. I'm not going to put them directly, kind of off center them, and then I'm going to add some staples. Kind of across there. And then we have, let's add one more maybe. One more out near the paper. There we go. Little cluster of staples. So if you're worried about your paper ripping, you could use some twine or something. And if you don't like that, you could take something and cover that up. Let's see, we could use another one of maybe those flowers. Add your glue. And then add your flower. That also covers up the punched hole as well. And you have your, you still have your ribbon for your tag. So I love how these turned out, and again, loving using up my stash. I hope you are having fun crafting along with me, pulling out those less used items that you have in your crafty stash as well. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm really enjoying this little Halloween craft with me series and creating all of these fun projects for you guys. I hope you'll stop back by next Sunday on the 22nd. And I'm going to leave this one a little vague. I'm going to be creating some embellishments using my scraps. So over the Halloween crafting season, I have really filled up that scrap bag again, and it's time to use some of that up. So make sure you come back next Sunday on the 22nd, and we'll be creating some scrap embellishments. Until then, guys, I hope you have an awesome week. Bye!